And we are live, alrighty. Hey everybody, I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How you doing, David? Bassman? All right, this morning we are looking at a Tiger tank. Indeed, the very Tiger tank that I briefly showed you the other day. Excuse me a moment. Ah, now, saved you most of that. So yeah, now the reason I need to have a good look, and I'm actually going to put some stuff in different bags, is because there's like different rows of wheels, and they have numbers on them. I think I'll be doing myself something of a favour to isolate, because quite a few of them are off the sprue. That's my theory. We'll see how that rolls, in fact, in due course. Now, next, however, got a bit of a snuffle. We all know the drill here. Yeah. Out comes the camera. Got to hit mute for a moment. And I'm back. Now, in I come. Now, some of them are still on the sprue. Now these we can just sort of keep as is. I've actually glued part of this in, I would suggest. Guess we've got a bit of chips. Oh, no, that's just the... I haven't painted the interior. That's what's the dealio here. All right. And the reason I haven't done that is because the interior doesn't show. Boom. Right. Anyway, in the meantime, that can go over to there. Now, what about... Now, clearly, I'm not going to be needing that barrel. But it's attached to other stuff. Okay. Let's just... What do we even have here? Let's have a look. Okay. Our driver or our commander. Put him over there too. Decals. Deckling's going to be a whole lot more simple. Okay, that's so dearie. Okay, it's quite, yes, there's a lot of wheels that are off the sprue. So we will address that little issue. Turret stuff. Well, half the turret. Other bits. Jesus. Okay, first target's going to be getting our wheels identified. That's the first port of call. There's the other half of the turret. And that one, I can actually confirm. You'll notice that, okay, here we go. One of the things that also held me up on this was I ran out of cart black to do the yeah. I mean, it's kind of good as from the viewpoint of excuse me. I'm aware that some of you guys are pretty keen to see me finish it. And when I look at some of the stuff I've got with it, excuse me again. Like the getting back to what I was saying, when I look at some of the stuff I've got with it, like the barrel and the actual rounds, it seems a bit of a shame to not finish it. And also, it'll be good just to get it out of my back catalogue, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, what I was showing you here, I ran out of Cark Black. Why is that even on there? Sprue cutters. Do we have any sprue cutters handy? Give me a moment. I would have, let's face it, we all know the answer to that. Let's get pliers, Rob. Here we go. I might as well, while I'm here, just sort of hang loosely. Okay, yes, because what I like to do with this sort, I like to, in the same way that I give aircraft an aluminium pre-coat, I want to give this, and in turn the ship, that look of cast iron underneath. And you can see here's one that I've done, here's one I've done earlier. And here's one ready to rock, the other half ready to rock and or roll. So yeah, alrighty, but they go together. Hole. Yeah, well, they can go up there as well. Now then, we're getting to the wheel stuff. Now, there's going to be a limited number of those, I believe, is the drill. Okay, what do we got here? You can see I've got a start. What have I done here? 2 wheels. Do we have a number? No, we do not have a number. Okay, we'll stay cool. Now, let's get all our geared wheels together, by which I mean, excuse me, I'll clear my throat there. Dear oh dear. Now, something I can do to create a bit more clarity as to what I'm actually looking at. Let's get the wheels out the way. But, well, not wheels, the tracks rather. Right. God, look at them all. All right. Now, something that I might do is first get another mouthful of coffee because I obviously need to. Yeah. Now, to help me understand what the hell I'm actually doing, it may pay to look at the assembly sheets. Who would have thought that, eh? And according to this, now sometimes we can do this by process of elimination. Let's have a rummage. Now I'm looking for, so all those would appear to be B15, these little, give you a zoom in. Right, all of those. Now we can confirm that. Yeah, okay. So let's just get all of them together to begin with, these little bits here. So make sure that they're all in the one bag, because that will save us a fair bit of... Are there any loose ones? Actually looks like, oh, more ammunition. Dear me. So, how many should there be? There's a good question. Now, by the looks of it, there should be 16 all up. I'm missing one there. And I'm missing one there. All right. Now, it is possible. Aha! There's one, and I reckon I know where the other one is. Give me a moment. I reckon thought I saw it in here. Aha! I did. Oh no, that's a different part again. So let us continue our scrummaging around. Foist. Now, in a worst case scenario, I will find a way to address that. Note, worst case scenario. Now, in the meantime, I will put that in the blue box. And boom. We have them all now. Ha! I think I've told you the tale of I got it all now. In case I haven't, it is funny. And it does bear repeating because it is that funny. At least me and my mates think so. Yes, indeed. It is actually. If I'm going to go now, give me a moment. What I'm going to do? Let's see. I brought a few bags over, so I could just go boom, put them in there, sort of a deal. That's got a hole in it. That one's no good to us. Okay. Now I can consider. Yeah, I'll do that. Sprue cutters again. Yeah. Anyway, getting back to I got it all now. This goes back to a movie. That me and my mate saw when we were, oh God, I would have been 16, 17. And one of our crew, as is always the case, someone is the porn meister. And the dude who had this video that was supposed to be sort of a behind the scenes expose of the porn industry, consenting adults. And at one point in the movie, one of the actresses is orally pleasuring a gentleman. I'll try and keep this relatively clean. Whilst another guy looks on, as you do. And then this voiceover, presumably coming from or delivered by the recipient of said oral pleasuring, chips out with how she's never wanted to do that before. I guess that's what makes it so fucking hot. And then comes the line, and inexplicably to anybody with any heart, with even half a brain, I got it all now. Now, aside from the fact of he's got what now? I mean, come on now. He's a porn actor. This can't be a new experience for the man. I'm quietly confident that the actress in question would certainly not be unfamiliar with this task. So the thing is, this tale comes with a mission, and the mission is this, gentlemen and ladies. If you wish to take part in the activity, this is perfectly acceptable. And the task is that you try to fit the phrase "I got it all now" into a conversation wherever you get an opportunity. For example, you ready to go? You ready to go? Response: I've got my keys, my wallet, my phone. I got it all now. Boom. There you go. Other examples might be, oh, you ready to do your airbrushing? Got my brush, my paint, my compressor, airbrush booth. I got it all now. Yeah. Now, this B9, I am not spotting in here, curiously. It's an unusual looking little piece too. So, is it in here? Wouldn't have thought so. I will have a gander. No. I would suggest it is in here somewhere. Or maybe. Yeah, we got we get good mileage out of it. Any circumstance in which you can do the I got it all now is a good circumstance. Now, what we'll do, here we go. Now, before getting all fessed up, or not fessed up, caught up in chasing these down, hang on a moment. There's why I can't find them. I would appear to, because I've done painted the outside of this. They're in position. That'll do it. Right, so we can stop looking for those quite happily. We've got those. That's on. Right. Now, and what's more, we can get a better fix on where we were at. Right. So, one of those needs to be glued to that, I think. Because, ow, this headset's starting to get a bit rumpty. I think it's, yeah, I've gotten this. Oh, excuse me a moment, guys. All right, that'll fix it, at least in the short term. Now, this is why I'm getting a bit wanting to identify things here. Okay. Now, the B5's going our B7s and our B12's going our B11s. Yeah. There's a bit that goes on here. Now, let's see where else. What else? Okay, I've got these ones done. It would appear. I believe there's only two of them. Yeah. Good. So we'll put them to the, just sort of slightly to the side. That one's done. That one's done. Now, logically, now there's one there. Where's the other parts to that? Because there must, you would think, be 4, not 3. Join some dots, big boy. So where the hell did I put them? Right. carbon. What's more, I believe this is not even a pair. I think that we need the, yeah, correct. Now, are they in here? No. Not in there. Again, we're not going to get too stressy because give me a moment. Actually, no, it would appear that I only need two. So why is there a third? I'll show you. When we look here, 8, 2, so 1, 2, but there's no other ones. So these are something of an anomaly, given that I have 1, 2. Right then. Well, we can stop worrying about them, I would suggest. They can go to there. We're doing this is actually, trust me, in my eyes, good progress. Having identified I do not require them, get them out of the way. Now, wheels. First thing we can do to help ourselves out is perhaps get anything that is not wheels out of the way. Now, also not wheels. Right. All right. Now, let's have a look at what numbers are these? 8. Right. Now, we need to find 8 eighths as it happens. 4. Now, are they kind enough? No. Some of the other ones, indeed, I can even show you, have numbers on them. I can show you on this one. Give me a moment. Oh. Yeah, is that a 6 or an 8? Looks to me like an 8. But that should not be so, because an 8 does not have, it could be a different 8's the thing. So, but at least we know what we're looking for is ones like that. What might be another way of going about this is, excuse me, to identify all the other ones. Now, what numbers are they? We are looking for, on that front, here we go. I should have zoomed you out. Okay, we've also got 8B6s we're going to be needing. Right, and I can see how they look. That was okay. Let's start by identifying our, excuse me while I you a bit of focus there. B6s, because that'll take 8 of these out straight away. Now, something I have that will be, excuse me, I need to move around a bit. Yeah, my eyesight's pretty rat shit, but conveniently, this will save me having to continually put my goggles on or not. You know what I mean? Now, this, if it has no number, some of them won't, I reckon, might be one of our 8s that we were looking for earlier. This, not seeing a number. Robin. No number to ID with yet. Aha. Is that a number? My number theory is getting shot to shit here. Although it is possible. Now, we start getting somewhere, I reckon. 7. These would be, well, they're completed ones. That's why I can't see the number on them. They're done. They're glued together. That's a different matter altogether. Should have thought, now let's see if there's how many others there are like that. 4, 6. Hello, hello, hello. Now, that being so, good people, that's a normal one. 2, 2, 8. I'm willing to bet money that I don't even have that they are our inner ring there, of which there should indeed be 8 to my understanding. We just have a... Yes. Excellent. This is good stuff, guys. So, that little pile of 8, they're actually glued together. They're glued together. I'm pretty sure, in fact, I guarantee you they are the ones that will go along here first. Good. This is progress. Now, next. Number on this one is... Wouldn't be surprised this one doesn't have a number, to be honest. Oh, we do. 5. 6. 5. Now I put the 5s here, didn't I? Yep. Actually, why don't I? 5, 6, 7. Put them in sequential order. Who would have thought? Well, sometimes I even have a brain that works, you know. Oh. Now, well, what is this? Some sort of display? Let's get that off our desk altogether. Oh, hey, Morton Bay, how you doing, man? Now, this one is another 6. Another 6. Oh, 666. How devilish. 5. Now we're getting places. 6. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here we go, trivia time. Who knows who wrote that piece of music? It is a noted musical figure. 70s, I guess, is what we're talking about as far as, in fact, well, yeah, pretty obviously, given we have here 5, 7. And if you listen closely enough to the actual style of that little riff, you'll actually peg it a bit. No, the composer of the counting tune that the pinball, Frank Zappa. Which I can, when you listen to the whole way it rolls on out, you can sort of hear the way it goes. Now, now, just having a look at these numbers and how they roll out, so to speak, quite literally, in fact. Because the one thing I seem to be getting a bit curious, or I am a bit curious about, is should I have more of a certain number? Because I see there's only 3 numbers I'm seeing here, and I suppose maybe now this is a 5. I just would have. Oh, of course, that might be why. I'm just wondering why there isn't 3. If they're in groups of 8, it makes sense. Maybe they are, Millhouse. Maybe they are. We'll see. 7. I reckon we have, if I'm correct on there being 8 of each of these 3, it all makes sense. Six. 6. And logically, if I'm correct, this should be a 6. And I am correct. Right, we have successfully identified all our different wheels. This is very handy and actually pretty straight out important. Now, so because, and the reason this comes into play is because without that, I was going to make it far easier to go right. So bam, bam. Because of course, here's the, look at that, dear God. Talk about wanting to do people's heads in with this shit. But yeah. So we've got all these. To get into position, it is now going to be far easier at least from an identification purpose, rather than having to go rummage. We got them all going on now. And I think I'd be doing myself a big favour. I'm probably going to go and grab a few more of these just so I got these bang put away somewhere nice and secure. You know what I mean? Now these go over these. Fortunately, I've got quite a few sandwich bags spare that I can use. Right now, and I don't mind. For putting these in here because they're pretty clear and distinct. So now we know exactly what's going on there. 8s and boom. Zoom out a bit perhaps, Rob. So we've got our wheels organised. Get the glued ones together. Do I have to go out to the kitchen to grab some more bags? Probably. We can use this one. Can we use this one? Yes, we can. And that's fine. I don't mind having to do that. Now, and I want to get the wheels completely painted before I start assembling them, because to my mind, well, how the hell am I going to paint them once I've got everything on top of that, you know what I mean? So yeah. Sevens. Now, what I'm thinking of doing with this, obviously once we've finished the Mustang, we can focus on this a bit more. But what I'm also thinking is maybe until then, I could do a bit on it every Sunday, sort of a deal. Now we're going to have a bit more of a look-see at some of this in a minute. These bags that I've got the wheels in can go in a actually, no, I'm not going to put them in just yet. Put them there. I'm going to go and grab a whole stack of sandwich bags just to save me toing and froing, because what's the betting I'll run out while I'm doing all this sorting and processing. Odds high. Now, up. Now, so the organisation is here we go. No, excuse me. No. Right, now. Now. Hang on. What the hell's gone on here? Give me a moment, guys. Let's see. My chair has. There we go. Yo. Yeah, you caught up on the cord that connects to my blankie. Oh, toasty it is. Now, bags. Bags. 1, 2. All right. Getting places, boys and girls. Delay. So, something I will quickly check on the assembly sheets. So I've got some tools and the gun detailed and ready to ruck and or roll. But there's also some other ones that still, like I'll show you. That's what I'll do, I'll show you. Now, I have a piece of chain painted here, and we've got a shovel. There's a shovel here. Various tools. Now, what I'm going to have a look at, and something I need to do very quickly here. This is 109 stuff. I should have put that away. We can put it for the time being up here. All right, now. Well, and indeed, you've got another shovel here. Now, is another chain, and that's a few other tools. What I want to see is, are all of them going on? That's, because if so, then here we go. Certainly both chains are. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Jolly good. Well, at the end of the day, the answer is yes. So let's trim off everything that has been detailed, and therefore enable everything else to be dealt with probably by airbrush or the like. Now we can trim this chain clean off. Both the chains have been done. Oh, good job, big boy. Now, so we can pretty much just trim them out, leaving these. There's some little bits here that will need to be painted. Where is that still? I see. One chain. And as you can see, there's still some little bits here. So we'll leave them there to be attended to. Do the same approach here. One lot. So that's that chain. So we can put all the stuff that's been completed with its detailing. There's nothing else on here, is there? What's that? Ah, that's the machine gun. Yes, that has been painted. All right. So, rightio. Now we're getting somewhere as far as we can isolate stuff still further. Might as well put all this into here. And then so this is all painted and ready to go on. Which is good. We haven't finished our tape driver because we've got to do something about that face. At the moment it looks like he's wearing far too much rouge and a bit of lippy. I don't know. Now, here's a thing. There's a third chain here. Right. So I want to give them a bit of a weathering look. Does that third chain go on? One, two. Yeah, all good there. Yeah, on the side, I would suggest. There's, this, another chain goes on the side of the hole rather than on the top. Okay. So what I wouldn't mind isolating that a bit because that's when I'll do the same way I've done the others, unsurprisingly. So it'll be a different sort of situation to these. Now, mouthful of coffee required. Yes, indeed, all righty, Bassman. Now, once I've gotten this on its lonesome, it'll be lonesome tonight, yes. Actually, that's not going to be any benefit to it. Trim that out. I was looking for something to hold it from. At the end of the day, probably my best posse would be, or best move, there. Jesus. That wasn't planned, I ask you. There we go. Get that out of the way. Now, what I would like to isolate next. So put that over to there. Is big chunky parts. Make the hole basically. All of this is small stuff. And whilst it will require here we go. Now the stuff that makes up the bulk of the hole. Well, most of this is going to get camouflage on it anyway. That's a given. But some of it I'm going to be adding bits to. So now these are big bits too. We don't need the barrel because we've got our own. Although we will need to paint that. What is this? All right. Now, there we go. Big chunky bits. Chunky! might as well as do. They're both going to be hand brushed. This is going to go in the box. I might as well as put the... how long is this? Too long. It's been too long. Oh dear. Okay, here we go. This will be just the ticket. Just the ticket, I tell you, old man. Bing. Yeah, there we go. We'll put all our ammunition in there. And our muzzle. There we go. In they go. And in they go. It's them out the way. Right. This is good. This is very good. Organization. Now, I'm going to change a few things around here. By which I mean this bag will come is probably better suited to our big stuff. And we shall transfer this into smaller stuff in a minute, or in due course. Now, the good part about this process, or having done this process, and I spy with my little eye, I reckon these are possibly wheel related. If so, in fact, what do we have in here? All sorts of little knick-knackery. Give me a moment. No, it's okay. Just pop it aside. Well, actually, no, I'll pop that. There we go. With its corresponding part. Now, we're going to put that back there. Over here for a moment. And these can come with. Alrighty. Big bag, big plastic bag, big dear. Oh, no worries. So we shall pop these into here. That's our hole. Good. Up. Get off there. Right. Right. Now. Hatches. and doors I seek. So I'm happy to have these little hatches and those sorts of bits and bobs. Another hatch I would suggest. There we go. Right here. Now, what's this? That also looks like it's probably a part of the hull. Smaller part of the hull, granted, but and this goes into here as well, I'd suggest. Now, what else? More doors. They look like doors anyway. I'll take it that they are. Hatches. Another hatch, I would say. Oh, this is rather good. Now that looks like a... possibly. Happy to put them in that lot anyway. Now there's little bits there. And now we start getting down to little bits. Now these are guns and something from the front. That's okay. Now, are there any more hatches that I can spot? No. Right. Now we are definitely getting down to nitty-gritties on the IDing front. This is good. And let's see. Oh, this is taking longer than I thought. But never mind. And you know, I feel an inclination. Wait, there's hatches in here. Or a hatch in here. There's a hatch in here. With a small bit there. I see. I'm feeling an inclination to do something on this tomorrow. But a part of me also is thinking, and this is how I get distracted, you see. So what I might do is actually hold my line, get this in good order today, so that on next Sunday, we'll start attending to our wheels, both painting and assembling and all the rest. Whilst during the week, I will attend to the Mustang somewhat. Certainly we'll get the paint job finished, and we'll be starting assembly. Ooh, there's exciting stuff, boys and girls. Now, so that's what I think I should do. I think would be the sensible approach there. Now, alrighty. Now we might be on for a bit of a short one today, because now, although there's other things we could consider. let's just get this job finished first, shall we? Now, I'm thinking we put all this small stuff. Now, how much of this can I... Most of this will be going on the outside. These, I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to giving these a bit of detailing. These will be the actual cannons. And I'll tell you free of charge, I'm looking forward to them. Now, or at least I assume that's what it is. Right, now, let's see what else we have here. That's another tool that we'll need. Now, what I wouldn't mind doing with some of this, in fact, we'll have a bit of a look at the assembly sheets now, is seeing how much of a case of different colors come into play here, or whether we can just go, right, be damned, airbrush. It's a question. Now, let's have a look when we go to, I mean, okay, as an example, some of this I'm definitely going to want to do a bit of handwork on. Ooh, sounds a bit saucy. Because what I'd be looking at is, for example, give me a moment. Here we go. When we look at that, where we can see that there's a bit of stuff there, I'm going to want to paint the seal. I'm going to want to do a bit of all that little work in there. And it's not just going to go, it's going to look like shit. So I'll probably want to have them up. So, you know, just to show that off. Yeah. So that's something I'm going to need to consider with some of these other small parts. Some of them will definitely require detailing. Some of them might require a bit of weathering. That's probably a bigger part. Now, so to that end, okay, some all very much stock standard. Here we go. Now, it's a jack. I've got a jack here that requires a little bit of added detail. Gun travel lock. Right, so that's what these parts are. We can get a bit of identifier. Hello, that's this one. That's what that is. I see. So things like this we can do a little bit of detailing on. They don't actually nominate a specific color on that, but they do here. Let's see what else. Any other color suggestions? By and large, no. No. I can tell they've got the pointing to the gun going X10. What odds am I giving them that's gunmetal grey? X56 seems to be about the only thing they've actually really brought to attention here. Oh, B29. Oh, that's a part. So X56 gives a name. Yeah, metallic. Oh, well done. You don't say, Sherlock. We can get a little more excited than that. Now, What are they calling X56 that on? Okay, these rear mechanical bits we'll need to do. We can get a bit of fun and games on, I think. By the looks of it, a lot of the detailing choice could be left to my own. Here we go. Now we're getting a bit more lively, are we? XF64, which they don't list. Well done. That's helpful. Never mind. Doesn't really matter. What I'll do, so we've got a bit of, a lot of this is already done, in fact. And now that I look, it's actually, yes, I've already done that. There's a couple of bits here we can get into. All right. Well, what I wouldn't mind doing. And yeah, that is the Canon. Oh, I'm going to have fun with that. Now, all right. So, let's see. What we have here. Oh, yeah. Now some things like these, there's handles here. They're going to be the same color as everything else. These U-bolts. Do they actually suggest a lot of that sort of stuff actually remains the camouflage color? So it'd be worth checking that out just for U-bolts. There we go. Yeah, I'd say so. And in fact, a good way to find out on some of this shit, I believe it's the technical term, some of this shit is, here we go. Right. So yeah, okay. This is handy. Gives a much better idea in many ways to what you're actually trying to paint than the actual assembly sheets do. Okay, so that's there. Now yeah, okay. Our U-bolts there are indeed the camouflage color. Right. Now where it's a metallic color, like there and there, a few other spots, what I'm going to do is hand brush. So pretty much all our really small stuff that will require me to do that sort of handiwork, I shall do. There's an interesting little... yeah, we can do a bit of tidying, a bit of work there perhaps. Let's see what else we can glean as far as for information from here. Now, actually, there's something I can show you potentially. Yeah, this is the one this is the paint job hang on. That was the one I'm doing. The one like they have on the cover here. That one's okay. You can get 3 options. I didn't know that. Now this is the one I want to do. The one from Normandy, 1944. So what other options? Oh, they do give. Okay, you got the option of 301 being in Russia. Oh, and another Russian one. There you go. So that's in Russia as well. Does this have the funky little decal on it? Doesn't look like it. There's one of these apparently has a, or maybe it doesn't. There's a decal I've seen on our little collection there, and it's not indicated on any of these schemes. I'll point it out to you directly. But yeah, this is the one that I'll be doing, and it's just dawned on me that at some point I've actually probably jumped the gun on painting parts of that, because I'm going to be putting Zimmerit coating on top of it, so that needs to be painted as well. Anyway, so this is the one we'll do, the one from Normandy. It gives us a combination of the red, brown, the green, yada yada yada. So, things to detail. Let's find them. Now, there is a little bit of detail on these big chunky ones. Should I do something with these lights? Possibly. But, now, I don't have to trim them off just for detailing. And to some point, I'm actually, in that instance, I might. Anyway, let's get all the stuff that I want to detail out in a separate. If I'm even considering it, I'll put it separate. All right. And that will become so what we'll do is get another bag. This is going to be our detailing bag, containing stuff that we wish to detail. Oh! What I've done as far as the Zimmerit goes is I purchased Tamiya Zimmerit just for ease of purpose. So, I mean, having it there and the colour there in the first place will certainly be no disservice, you know what I mean? It's never going to be a bad outcome, is it now? Yeah, I have I've been told you can actually get like. Oh, hi, by the way, Big Racer hasn't said hi. These need to go in there. So does that. Yeah. I have toyed with the idea of. I believe you can actually get properly linked tracks, and they're just way easier and look better as well. So I have toyed with the idea of doing that because I have noticed there's a whole lot of linking going on. Where I believe the ones that you can actually purchase aftermarket, so to speak, are look better and are just easier. So that is something I will certainly give consideration to, because I've got a bit of time up my sleeve on that front. So yeah. Now I won't be getting onto any detailing or painting today, and the reason for that is actually because, and it's a good reason, I'm happy to say, I have a mate and his, that's going to require detailing, son coming over to do some training. So I'll be taking the young lad through some of his forms. Or more to the point, his dad can already take him through some of the forms, because his dad does know them. Some of them he needs reminding on, but I'll just take him through the fine detail. Make sure his technique is as it should be. Now, these are just little bits that we can just go airbrush with everything else. That one. Are you in this more, Big Racer? Yeah. These bits can just be lobbed randomly in the box. But now we have organisation. First thing I might as well do is, if this is a detailing bag, keep that on the surface. Wheels, more wheels, already detailed decals, more wheels. Did I mention wheels? Is that all the wheels? I think so. So that's actually what I should have put in first. Hull. It's kind of heavy. Gun and ammo. All the small stuff. All our wheels, which there is a ridiculous amount. patches and the like. More wheels. Did I mention that we had more wheels? Already painted. Needs detailing. Assembly sheets. Axles. Done. And that can go in there as well, because that's where it actually comes from. Any more of them out? No. Yes, organisation is the key, especially when we're talking about a kit like that, Bassman. And having left that there for, actually, mate, I reckon it's been 16, maybe even 18 months since I touched that, guys. So hence why I need to really break it down into its components and get into it and get it ready to rock and or roll. Yeah, rattling the box I'll not be doing. No. Oh no, no, no. Yes. But yeah, so that's what we're organized, at least when I come back and go, right, here's what we're doing. In the meantime, I will knock off the Mustang and then we can replace the wouldn't it just make life so much easier if it rolled that way? But it'd take the fun out, you know. And once the Mustang's completed, we will the next build on the has wheels front will be the Tiger. We'll knock that off in due course. And after that, you know what? I'm inclined. I think we may as well do the Staghound as well. So knock them both off. And then I'll do another Mustang. Meanwhile, of course, we've got the aircraft still to work on. We'll do them as well. So once I finish I haven't put that survey up regarding which is the next Mustang aircraft I'll do. I know which is the next 109 I'll do, and that'll be the 109B. Having done the A, we'll do the B. Yeah. All pretty obvious stuff. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I do genuinely appreciate it. First-time viewers. Now, can you guess what I'm about to suggest? I think you can. It's follow, like, or subscribe. If you'd like to track me down on other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and I'm Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. My pleasure, Bassman, and yeah, I'm hoping it'll all come together. I will be on tomorrow indeed. So yeah, I'll catch you then. So yes, as you can gather, people, I will indeed be on tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to try and tidy up the paintwork on our Mustang car. I shall, Morden Bay, you too, buddy. We shall, what we need to tidy up on that is the GT stripes. After that, there's not much to tidy up, and it's assembly time. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much covers all the subjects and things I need to tell you. So I will be back tomorrow, and we'll be working on the Mustang at a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. My pleasure, David, and hopefully I'll catch all you guys tomorrow. See yous.